The next speaker to speak on sustainable habitat is Dr. M. Nandivarman. He is the coordinator of Green Campus Initiatives and Green Protocol Complaints in Puducherry University. He is the senior executive with around 30 years of experience managing various institutes, NGOs, educational trusts and associations catering to the sustainable development of campuses and communities. I welcome you, sir, to make the presentation.
Before I go into my presentation, one thought for the day. 20 years before, of course, thought for the day with a question in the end. 20 years before, I met one small boy in Kadalur. Usually, many government buildings, almost all buildings and schools, they will be having some drawings on the compound wall. Some educational thing regarding water related or sanitation related or something like that. This guy actually open defecation. He is going toilet on the adjacent to that compound, and say some 20 or 30 feet, maybe 20 feet. There was a drawing with one small boy sitting and going toilet with into mark, and another one adjacent to it is a toilet with tick mark. So we all know what the meaning is. I just called that boy once after finished his work and asked him, after showing that, I asked him, what is meant by that? A boy is sitting and somebody, it is put into on that, what it means, what he would have told. என்ன சொல்லியிருப்பான்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? ஒரு பையன் டாய்லெட் போய்ட்டுருக்கான், அது இன்ட்டு போட்டிருக்கு. வேறு ஏதாவது இனியாக தான் இருக்குது. கண்டிப்பாக ஒரு பாயிண்ட் சொன்னான் பையன், சின்ன பையன், ஒரு 7 வயசு இருக்கலாம், சம் 6-7 வயசு. படம் சரியாக வரையிலன்னு வாதியார் தப்பு போட்டிருக்காரு. யாருக்கு போய் ரீச் ஆகணுமோ அந்த மேட்ரு அந்த பீப்புளுக்கு ரீச் ஆகலை, மற்ற எல்லாருக்குமே ரீச் ஆகுது. ஸோ இது ஆக்சுவலாக அப்போ சேஞ்ச் மை மைண்ட் டு திங்க் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைரக்ஷன். யாருக்காக நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணுறோமோ அவங்க தே ஷுட் நோ வாட் வி ஆர் டூயிங். நமக்கு என்ன நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்குறோமோ அதை அவங்களுக்கு அதை ரிசீவ் பண்ணணும், அதை பர்சீவ் பண்ணணும், அதை அடாப்ட் பண்ணணுன்றது இன்டென்ஷன். அப்போ தான் புரிஞ்சுது, சரி ஓகே அவங்க லெவலுக்கு போகிற மாதிரி தான் நம்மளோட ஆக்டிவிட்டி இருக்கணும். ஸோ நம்ம கொஞ்சம் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக நம்ம லெவலில் அவங்கள கொண்டு வர முடியாது அப்படின்னு அந்த சின்ன பையன்கிட்ட அன்னைக்கு கற்றுக்கினது. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருந்தாலும் அதிகமாக கொஞ்சம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இன்வால்வ்மெண்ட் அண்ட் பப்ளிக் பார்ட்டிசிபேஷன் அதிகமாக நான் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுவேன். ஸோ பப்ளிக்கு ரீச் ஆகிற மாதிரி தான் சில ஒர்க் பண்ணுறதா இருந்தாலும் அந்த மாதிரி தான் கொண்டு போய்ட்டுருக்கோம் ஒரு பாஸ்ட் 15+ இயர்ஸ். ஆக்சுவலாக போஸ்ட் வேர்ல்டு வார் 2 தான் இந்த என்விரான்மெண்ட் ரிலேட்டட் இஷ்யூவே கொஞ்சம் ஜாஸ்தியாக வந்தது. திஸ் யூனியன் ஆஃப் கன்சர்ன் சயின்டிஸ்ட், தே ஆர் த மெயின் குரூப் ஆஃப் பர்சன் ஹூ ஆர் த விசில் ப்ளோவர்ஸ் ஃபார் திஸ். Then followed is 1972 Stockholm Conference, which is a main conference for environment and human and environment, followed by Bertland Report, and now currently the Sustainable Development Goals. The next, this slide is related with water. Almost we are wasting every day 40% to 60% of water, which is unnecessary. We are not realizing that we are wasting water. When we open the tap, water is coming and we are wasting. Only when the water is not coming, we will know the value of that water. For example, the tomato is sold for 5 kg for 50 rupees. No one bothered. When the same tomato is selling for 100 rupees or per kg or 200 rupees per kg, then everybody, headlines will be tomato is sold for 200 rupees per kg. So only when the resource goes scarce, we will realize. Too much of food resources are wasted. Almost 40%, or 40% and above, definitely not below that. And cooked food waste. Cooked food waste plays a major role than raw food waste. Cooked food waste consumes more energy than raw. Energy is also inbuilt in this. And this picture clearly highlights the status of what we are doing, which we are not able to understand. The orange color பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது வந்து methane. Methane is one of the 6 major greenhouse gas, and it is produced by organic related stuff. By NASA observation in 2011, that methane concentration was around 1/3 of the globe, surrounding the globe, atmospheric methane. And after 5 years, just like election period, it is fully covered. The globe is fully covered. It is meant only for one gas. The other things are still yet to be disclosed. And after 2016 till 2022, definitely the condition will be worse than this. So this is the status where we are. It is related with just only one gas. Think about all the other non-methanic organic compounds. It is too much. We all are breathing, inhaling that gas. Everything is entering into our body. They almost forgotten sinkhole. Nobody is thinking about this sinkhole. Everybody is bothered about surface things and all the other things that are visible. But sinkhole is totally different. It is working. It is working. Keep on working. In many parts of the globe, they are witnessing sinkhole, and it is really a great danger to mankind. Not only to mankind, to almost all cities. And our Puducherry, I don't know when it is going to show its effect, but the second picture is related with Chennai sinkhole. Some 2 or 3 years before, 2019, I believe. Sinkhole is nothing but a formation of cavity by over abstraction of water. The entire Puducherry is fed by water from near the Ushteri area. The entire Puducherry is fed. Too much of abstraction. They keep on pumping. How long? As long as there is water. Then, then comes all problem. காற்று வந்தாலும் பரவாயில்ல, இந்த மாதிரி ஃபுல்லாகவே உங்களுக்கு கேவிட்டி ஃபார்ம் ஆகி உள்ள என்டையர் ஸ்டேட் அப்படியே கம்ப்ளீட்டாக உள்ளே போயிடுச்சுன்னா என்ன பண்ணுங்க? அஃப்கோர்ஸ் டெஃபினட்டாக போகும், அதில் சேஞ்சே கிடையாது. பட் இல்லை, டெஃபினட்டாக போகும், அதில் மாற்றமே கிடையாது. அது இட் மே பி டிலேடு, கொஞ்ச நாள் டிலே பண்ணலாம், அவ்வளோதான். Yesterday, I think so, the Vice Chancellor sir was speaking about the one globe concept. I mean, we are in need of one more globe by 2050. Actually, we are in need of three globes is needed for 2050. Currently, we are running -1 globe by 2022. This is the status of our, exploitation of natural resources and dumping of waste resources on the planet. I don't know what government is, nobody could do anything there. We cannot bring 2 more globe by 2050. We have to do something to bring that down. If the line is not brought down, definitely it is impossible, even within, maybe impossible within 5 to 10 years. And by 2030, the British government warned 10 years, 15 years before itself, by 2030 we are going to face perfect storm. Perfect storm in the sense it is related with 30% more energy demand, 50% more water demand, 50% more food demand. Already we know what is going on related with power sector. Coal காணா போச்சு, இப்போ புதுசாக தேடி இருக்கிறாங்க கோல் எங்கேருந்து எடுக்கிறதுன்னு தெரில. அண்ட் ஃபுட்டு வந்து I don't know, already we are running short of food. மழை காலத்தில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எவ்வளோ மூட்டை அரிசி will go waste. And COVID period, they dumped lorries and trucks of fruits and vegetables in the gutter. Lockdown period. We are not able to realize the real peril. We are thinking something different. Actually, the real peril is what we are in need for survival. Food, water, this is main. Energy lana kuda paravala kosu kittan tapikirda energy kosuvala potukalam. But food illa water illa ondum panna mudiyadhu. Lockdown, one more lockdown varudunu vechipom, vera edavadhu apart from this one, instead of corona, something is coming. By that time there was no current and no food and no water. Think the situation, how it will be. Very good example to highlight the climate change. This is case in Auckland, a small, chunky seabird. 2014 summer, the scientists witnessed more than 1 lakh death of this bird only because of one reason: starvation. Pasi patni செத்து போச்சு. 1 lakh birds மேலே செத்துருக்கு. ரீசன் என்னென்னா பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் climate change ஃபேக்டர்ஸ். இதுங்களுக்கு தேவையான அந்த ஜூ பிளாங்டான் அண்ட் காப்பிபோர்ட்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் வந்து ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகலை இயற்கையாக. அது யாரும் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது, அது நேச்சுரலாக அது ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகணும் சீல. இதுங்க ஃபுட்டே அதுதான். அது ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகலை, தே டோன்ட் கெட் தேர் ஃபுட் அண்ட் தே ஆல் டை. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஒரே ஒரு சின்ன பேர்டோட கண்டிஷன். நம்ம பேர்ட்ஸ் ஆகுதுன்னு பீப்புளோட பர்செப்ஷன் ஃபுல்லாக பொல்யூஷன் நினச்சிட்டு இருப்போம். பொல்யூஷன் ஆர் சம் அதர் டாக்ஸிக் கெமிக்கல் அதுன்னு. இது மாதிரி நிறைய இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்குது which we are not able to see. This is recent. The first slide is rated with Botswana. Nearly 400 elephants died 2 years before because of cyanobacteria. Toxin related to cyanobacteria, and all these two are related with some other toxins. Mass death. இதே மாதிரி mass death, human being. Recently we had witnessed the COVID. Of course man-made. Think about natural. Think about natural or God-made. It will be very deadly. Worse than COVID. The food chain, food web, everything is altered because of this. If they are altered, it's very impossible. It's very, very impossible to bring them back to the normal shape. And climate action plan, as we all know that by 2008, central government had notified, and by 2013, Union Territory notified this climate change action plan for with 7 missions for the betterment of Union Territory of Puducherry. And over the past 10 years, since 2010, I'm working on sustainability based on 4 pillars. The first one is precautionary principle. Where there are threats of serious or irreversible damage, the lack of scientific certainty shall not be used as a reason to postpone cost-effective measures. நம்ம ஏதாவது ஒன்று சொல்லி தட்டு கழிச்சின்னே இருப்போம். இது இல்லை, அது இல்லை, இது இருந்தால் இது வரல, இது பண்ணலாம், அது இருந்தால் அது பண்ணலாம், கடைசியில் எதுவும் பண்ண மாட்டோம். இதெல்லாம் இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய நம்மளை தெரிஞ்சு தெரியாமல் நிறைய தட்டி விடுறதோட்டு நிறைய இஷ்யூஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு என்வரான்மெண்ட்டில். டே பை டே இட்ஸ் இன்க்ரீஸிங். த நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் ஃபண்டமெண்டல் டியூட்டிஸ். Article 51 AG, then finally Environment Protection Act 1986, and as usual the Sustainable Development Goals. These are the main pillars what I took for my initiatives for sustainability. The main concepts what I had adopted is picking up low hanging fruit. சிம்பிளான விஷயம்தான், சின்ன மேட்டர் தான் பெரிய பிரச்சனை கொடுக்கும். அதனால் சின்ன சிம்பிளான மேட்டர்ஸ் எதெல்லாம் மாற்ற முடியுமோ, விச் எவர் we could change, அந்த சின்ன மேட்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக நிறைய டிஃப்ரெண்ட் கான்செப்ட்ஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் செக்டார்ஸுக்கு எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் டைலர் மேட், எல்லா இடத்துலையும் செட் ஆகிற மாதிரி அந்த கான்செப்ட் டெவலப் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். ஸ்மால் ஆக்ஷன்ஸ் மேட்டர்னு சொல்லிட்டு 2 years பிஃபோர் FAOவில் ஒரு தீம் போட்டானுங்க. ஸ்மால் ஆக்ஷன் தான் ரொம்ப முக்கியம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கான்செப்ட் பண்ணுவோம். அஃப்கோர்ஸ் ஸ்மால் ஆக்ஷன் தான் மேட்டர்ஸ், நாட் பிக் ஒன்ஸ். Backcasting and natural step. Backcasting is nothing but 1 year அப்புறம் இந்த எண்ட் ஆஃப் த இயர் என்ன வேணும் அப்படின்றத முன்கூட்டியே புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டா அதை அப்படியே ஃபஸ்ட்டு டேலேருந்தே ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணால் எண்டு நமக்கு ஃபேவரபுளாக வரும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் 12th எழுதுகிற பசங்க 95 மார்க் எடுக்கணுன்றதை ஃபஸ்ட்டே பிளான் பண்ணிடுறீங்க. பிளான் பண்ணி தான் 12th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஃபஸ்ட்டு டே கிளாஸுக்குள்ள அனுப்புகிறோம். அதை அப்படியே ஃபாலோ பண்ணிப்போம், 98% எடுத்துன்னு வந்துடும். அதே மாதிரி கான்செப்ட் தான் இது. என்ன நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்குறோமோ the outcome what we expect, we have to do it, start doing it from the beginning, then only we could reach that outcome. நம்ம ஏதோ நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சதை we are doing and something will come and something will get changed. And resources because of over exploitation and the broader thing update funnel டோட்டலாக க்ரஷ் ஆகிடுது. ஸோ இந்த டோட்டலாக க்ரஷ் ஆகிற ஃபனல் திருப்பி நார்மல் கண்டிஷனுக்கு கொண்டு வரணும், அவர் திருப்பி ஓப்பன் பண்ணணும்னா டெஃபினட்டாக க்ரியேட்டிவிட்டி ஆர் அன்லிமிட்டெட் சேஞ்ச் கொண்டு வரணும் டு ஓப்பன் த வால்ஸ். இட் இஸ் குவைட் அ சீரியஸ் ஸ்டெப். Of course sensible. For Union Territory, we had drafted and launched the Comprehensive Green Protocol for educational institutions, industries, residences, and other organizations. Usually, in all the activities, a bunch of organizations will be there. Over 10 years before, when I met our former governor, Honorable Governor Iqbal Singh, he said he appreciated many things, and finally he concluded there was no proper coordination within department and intra-department and all those things, he said. Since then, I used to engage at multiple departments, 4 or 5, to be on board so that things will go on smoothly and everybody will be a part of all these activities. And regarding solid waste management, when it comes to plastic and organic waste, this UGC concept, UGC had notified the elimination of plastic from higher universities and affiliated institutions. And also by 2019, 10 single-use plastic items were banned by PBCC here in Puducherry. So both were combined together, and the campaign started at Pondicherry University by 2018 and 19 onwards. It started with awareness. Precisely, the main stakeholders who are associated with this is housekeeping staff and sanitation workers. They need to be trained, and first they need to be provided a proper education. They should know the impact of plastic. Nothing will work. They should know what they are doing. They should know, they should value things. ஸோ இதுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி இது பண்ணணும், இதனால் இவ்வளோ பிரச்சனை வருதுன்றதை அதை எடுத்து சொல்லும்போது, அது செகண்ட் ஃபோட்டோ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒன் ஆஃப் த கோவர்க்கர், அந்த லேடி வந்து ஷீ இஸ் கிவிங் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் டு அவர் அதர் ஸ்டாஃப். ஸோ அவங்கள மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணணும், அவங்களெல்லாம் இன்வால்வ் பண்ணணும். அவங்க எல்லாருமே வந்து மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணால் தான் வி குட் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் அ குட் அவுட்கம். ஸ்டார்டட் வித் பேக் அண்ட் அப்ரோச் இன்வென்ட்ரி தான். Wherever we could be inventorized related with organic and plastic. And the plastics, what we have gathered, Sudalai sir is one of his friend. Actually, he is working on conversion of plastic to pavement black and other material. And students' participation. And also we had launched the cotton carry bag drive. Nearly some 20% of the candidates used to carry this bag instead of their plastic bags and other things while in the campus. When it comes to Pondicherry University and or other higher educational institutions, synopsis, viva is most important, academically most important. Then birthday parties, அது வந்து student related. The viva and synopsis, they will be providing some snacks and tea during the event. So initial total always people used to have all those things and just throw in the dustbin. When they throw just like that in the dustbin will overflow and it will spill all over the place. I told them to open the box and then once again you just fold it and keep it. So when they did so, the entire volume got shrunk to half of that carton. He was carrying nearly some 3 to 4 cartons. And finally only 1/3 of the carton or half of the carton is filled with the waste. It is also easy for the staff, for the housekeeping staff, either to sell or to manage that waste, or to dispose it in a proper manner, or to hand it over to the waste collector. Chocolate papers is actually trouble. Based on the plastic items ban, self-declaration by the eatery owners at shopping complex, and they came forward. One day we gave them awareness. They came forward and whatever they could, they came forward to eliminate certain items from their shop, and few things they said until the stock lost, or few things they cannot avoid because they have to give only in that manner because students cannot go without that. All the other things, almost 80 to 85% of the single-use plastic was eliminated from that shopping complex. And instead of plastic plate or laminated paper plate, ordinary paper plate was given for the students, and wooden spoons instead of plastic spoon. And also for cover, usually they used to give a small flimsy carry bag. Instead of that, newspaper or that brown wrapper cover is provided. This tumbler concept, we are having yesterday and today coffee and tea from the traditional Kerala style tea glass, tea tumbler. This is we are facing some problem where they are breaking, the glass is getting broken, and student used to carry and leave somewhere on the way. Somebody is needed to pick up those glasses. So these are the issues they are facing, the tea wala is facing there in Puducherry University. But anyhow, everybody is willing to cooperate, and around 50 plus or 60 plus 60%, we are happy that we have kept those things under control. And the plastic, the shredded plastic will be washed and shredded, and finally the shredded plastic will be converted into the pavement block, which is the Sudalai sir's colleague Muruganandam or Araganandam. He is working on that. And this is cotton banners, replacing the PVC flux. PVC flux is highly toxic and carcinogenic. The PVC flux, if it is replaced, we are replacing slowly. 30, some 150 or 60% expensive, but yet when it is converted into bags, carry bags, it could be used for a longer time. Cotton, huh? Converted into bag. And one more thing, logos எல்லாம் கட் பண்ணிவிடுங்க. லோகோஸ் வந்து as per இது நான் இதுக்காக டெமோ பர்பஸ் இது as per that legal notification by the court, logos எல்லாமே வந்து either கட் பண்ணணும் இல்லாட்டி பெண்ட் பண்ணணும். It should not be full logo. அதே மாதிரி இந்த லைன்ஸு, ஆர்கனைசேஷன் நேம்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பிட்டு இதுவாக இருக்கும், எக்ஸாக்டாக ஃபுல் நேம்ஸ் இருக்காது. அந்த மாதிரி என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணிக்கலாம். The first thing, Pondicherry University, the solid waste, it is totally, they used to collect in a commingled manner. Organic waste, Pondicherry University campus, I think so you all know very well. 780 acres of land with full of lushy greens. Too many leaf litters will come. People mindset waste in one leaf litters alla waste and doing. What we generate is waste. What nature generates is not waste. Leaf litters are not waste. It should never be counted under waste category. What we generate should be counted under waste category. 4 trucks, 5 trucks waste mottama commingled manner they used to carry. First in the organic waste, in the horticultural waste, everything completely segregate panni. 2 or 3 trucks they will divert it to a different area where it will be composted on its own under the sun. And remaining 1 or 1.5 truck will be plastics and other items. So when this got separated, 5 truck to 1 truck, 75 to 80% of the problem had gone down. Now we are facing only 20% problem instead of 100% problem. And this is logic. It's totally different. If you mix everything together, this will become an hazardous stuff. This won't get composted easily if you mix with other waste. And when you bury, totally it's a different concept. It will never get composted. Now it is safe. And from the other 1.5 truckloads of waste, papers constitute more. In the academic sector, papers and boards and boxes, and all those papers and boards and boxes will be collected separately, and it will be left under the sun. And 2 days once or 3 days once, some 20 or 30 liters of water will be sprinkled on that. After 1 month, you could notice termites, and not 1 month. Some within 10 days you could notice termites, and after 1 month you could notice earthworms. Earthworm is an indicator that the soil is safe. That 1.5 truck will be converted like this, and now we have only 10% problem. Of course, that is always a problem, and there is no solution. It is commingled waste. And these are initially the shopkeepers faced the fruit juice vendors. They faced one problem. They don't know how to carry and give the stock to the waste collectors. The fruit that was consumed most in the campus is watermelon. They will scoop out the red portion and on the green, and it will be in a it looks like a helmet, and they will keep the helmet aside. If you just let it like that, it will occupy too much of space. So they don't know how to dispose it. I told them, you just shred that helmet and it won't occupy much space. The last two waste bins will show how much waste it is occupying when you compare it with the top bin. The more you shred when you are working, if you shred, it is easy to shred. When you consider it as a waste and keep it aside, then if you took and shred the fruit waste, definitely it will be contaminated. That won't be hygienic. So immediately when they scoop, they will chop and they will put it in the dustbin. The reason why we are collecting that is campus is having too much nocturnal animals and diurnal. It is a feed for those animals. We don't need to feed them. Just leave it in a place, they will come eat and go. After the fruit waste from the shopping complex are not mixing with the waste stream, and it will be dried under the sun. After a portion is consumed by the nocturnal animals or any other animal. Student need to be given importance almost in all ways, all sectors. They want some business opportunity, and they need to view different things in their period in the classroom or in the college. So the business competition, green business idea competition and boot camp, periodically we used to organize, and out of 3 members, selected for during the competition, one was from Pondicherry University, Pollution Control Department. And the model was Green Walls Ceratech system. It is water, some energy recovery or something related. Microbial fuel cell. His colleague is working on that. And keeping all these things in mind, International Climate Change Adaptation and Resilience Program also we have drafted in association with another one organization. We are under 6 topics, which is almost the 6th topic covers every sector. Green Campus Initiative, Lab to Land Environment Education and Action Research, Regenerative Agriculture, Conserving Fauna of Concern, Wetlands and Aquifer Restoration and Conservation, Industrial Symbiosis and Green Skill Development Program. When it comes to regenerative agriculture or soil conservation, topsoil upgradation for ecosystem restoration. Ecology is the most important thing which need to be restored in the soil. Flora and fauna, animals and plants, definitely plants will be there and few animals will be there, but the soil provides them health and nutrition. If the soil is not healthy, everything drops down. When everything drops down, it is very, very, very hard to bring them back to the normal position. It's simple. It's not highly complicated. And when it comes to Sustainable Development Goal and its agriculture and food system plays a major role to accomplish this 17 goals. Agriculture is most important thing compared with any other division, and the soil ecology, which is most important than anything else. And this soil ecology which need to be preserved. It's not that conserving big animals, because whatever we are seeing big, it is visible to our eyes, but these creatures are most important than those animals. And training and the capacity building are periodically provided to school children and also university students on various topics, from hydroponics to aquaponics. Then organic, square foot garden, seed ball, seed paper production, biopesticide and biorepellent, honeybee, Honeybee, nowadays people are not bothered about honeybee. Honeybee is an indicator to show where we stand in the food sector. Schools, compost plays a major role. Compost is most important to restore the soil ecology in the soil. These children need to be involved in all these activities because they like to do something in the environment, not only in the school environment, but also they will take it home and do it in their residence. The students have dual role to play as a student within the campus and as a community outside the campus. So tapping that potential definitely will give us good outcome and good result. This is another one program related with kind of nation building and reversing the loss of biodiversity. Now the theme for the next 10 years is reversing the loss of biodiversity. Nearly the scientists are expecting 1 lakh species to become extinct within next 10 years. Already we are running short of species. On top of that, we are going to lose 1 lakh species. In our region, too, for example, mongoose, peacock, Hollywood ridley, we all know the turtle grounds are facing a lot of trouble because of human and dogs, and mongoose and peacock poisoning, and also for mongoose hair, it is poached in and around Puducherry. We are losing too many numbers in the recent decade. Honeybee is most important, as I mentioned earlier. And recently we have drafted and launched one green protocol for wetland, which is to involve Mitras. Mitras is the friend of wetland, to increase their number with the simple methods, simple things to avoid, and educating. While educating them, they will be making them to be responsible for that. They are taking ownership of the wetlands. Periodical training and capacity building for related agriculture base is provided. Nearly 75 plus green good deeds, green practices for action research was drafted. Easy to adopt, easy to practice, easy to learn, easy to communicate or give to others. Anybody could do anywhere in this place, in this globe. Students, actually, they are the most important force. They need to be given a proper environment education. According to Einstein, if the bee disappeared off the surface of the globe, then man would have only 4 years of life left. No more bees, no more pollination, no more plants, no more animals, no more man. The number of bees is decreasing, and the Bee Board of India is struggling too much to increase the beekeepers. The beekeepers, they want revenue to be generated. When the bees, they are not satisfied with the bees, when they are working with the bees and the bee only for bee products. If the bee product, they are not getting that revenue, they are not able to generate. So many are not interested in apiary. And here in Puducherry region, if it is possible, we could increase the number of apiaries or beekeepers, motivate them, educate them. Initially, if they face some setbacks, that doesn't matter, but we have to do something. Herbarium as a climate change perspective, it is documenting the species, whatever we are having now, because many species are disappearing because of heat. 2013, the Center for Science and Environment, they have done one research here in Puducherry and told that 3 to 4 degree. Pondicherry is declared as heat island because of 3 to 4 degree rise in temperature compared with the rural area. 1.5 degree ரைஸ் ஆனாக்கா இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் வருது அந்த ப்ராப்ளம் வருதுன்றாங்க. நம்ம 3 டிகிரி ரைஸ் ஆகி சர்வை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறோம்னா அப்போ எந்த அளவு ப்ராப்ளத்துக்குள்ளே இருப்போம்னு யோசிச்சு பாருங்க. நிறைய ஸ்பீஷீஸ் அந்த the temperature rise because of weeds and other thorny bushes, those species are getting disappeared. even before they were discovered. These are some of the resources which will be available in the website. And recently, periodically in Times ranking, university is getting good rank, and recently also received a Green Champion Award. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for bringing a lot of ideas that can be practiced institutionally and practically, personally. So, thank you, sir. Okay.